Om Shanti. This is the Sakar Murli of 12th October 2022. Essence. Sweet children, you have to pay a great deal of attention to the spiritual study. There is a big burden of sins on your heads. Therefore, don't waste your time. Question. What are the signs of the children who pay attention to earning their spiritual income? Answer. They never waste their time in gossiping. Even while doing everything for their livelihood of their bodies, they occupy their time earning a spiritual income. They wake up early in the morning and remember the Father with lot of love. Those souls continue to fly in remembrance. They are merciful like the Father and have mercy for themselves and for everyone else. They give everyone the Father's introduction. Song. You are the mother and you are the father. Om Shanti. You children heard the praise of the mother and the father in the song. In a family's home, there are the children, the mother, and the father, and the grandfather. You receive an inheritance from your grandfather through the father, because the property of the grandfather always belongs to the elders. Therefore, this one brackets Brahma Baba too is the eldest of all. People of the world don't know this, but you children do. You are the mother and you are the father. These words apply to Dada, grandfather. Therefore, his introduction has to be given. Whether you do it personally, with pictures, or with a projector, it is absolutely essential to give the grandfather's introduction. A physical grandfather is corporeal. Now, who entered your intellect first? Dada. Even if we explain using a projector, show the pictures number wise, one by one. First of all, give the explanation of the Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul. What is your relationship with the Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul? Then ask, what is your relationship with Prajapita Brahma? First of all, show them the picture of Shiva, and then the writing what is explained at the exhibitions and in the magazines. So first of all, give his introduction. It is written in the Gita, God speaks. Therefore, first of all, give God's introduction. The intellects of all of you have gone up above. The highest of all is the Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul, incorporeal Shiv Baba. Then there are Brahma, Vishnu, and Shankar. Then, when you come here, it is like a home, where the mother and father and the grandfather are sitting. That is, the mother and father and the grandfather are sitting. That is limited and this is unlimited. All of the pictures should have an explanation on them. You should also show the difference between all the many human beings who have been teaching Hatha Yoga and the one Supreme Soul who teaches Raja Yoga, through which you receive liberation and liberation in life. Here, it is just a matter of the versions of the one incorporeal Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul, Shiva. Just as children keep their physical mother, father, and grandfather in their intellects, so this is it like that, identically in your intellects. It is just that This is the Parlokik and that is the Lokik. You have the faith that this is Shiv Baba. He is our father and so we should remember him. However, you children forget this. You waste a lot of time. You must not waste time because there is a big burden of sins on your heads. Souls are filled with alloy. Therefore, you should write who the Supreme Soul is. You should repeatedly explain the pictures of the Supreme Soul and Krishna. The globes of heaven and hell are very well known. On the globe of hell, write, this is the kingdom of Ravan, the corrupt world. On the globe of heaven, write, this is the elevated soul. You should also write the duration. Heaven lasts for this long, and hell lasts for this long. There is also the picture of the stage of ascent and the stage of descent. Because it takes 5000 years to come down, whereas you ascend in a second. So, this is a jump. This is the main thing to explain. And then there is a variety form image in which God's community is shown as the top knot of Brahmins. Your Brahmin clan, created through the mouth of Brahma, is very well known. It is the most elevated. Therefore, it is essential to have these pictures in order to explain to everyone. The tree of the variety of religions is also very good. You children have to become spinners of the discus of self-realization. You also have to give the knowledge of the cycle and how it turns. How are the parts of Brahma and Saraswati? Those of the hero and heroine. The picture of the cycle should be very big too. You should show the projector slides of about an hour or an hour and a half at the most. Otherwise, people become tired of these things. This is not a story. It is a matter of knowledge. Only when they first write something down can they then come in. Therefore, you should have a ticket to see the show. Not tickets to be bought with money, but an entry pass. Eminent people should be sent an invitation because you have to make them write down their opinions. How would you make large groups of people give their opinion? How would you show this is them? Because you also have to explain to them. This is why you first have to invite eminent people and make them write down their opinions and then make it general. It should be like this for the exhibitions and also the projector. You can also have these very good pictures printed in the magazines and also write down an explanation of them and then give them as a present to others. You should also very clearly write the contrast between Hatha Yoga and Raja Yoga. Hatha Yoga is also a type of violence because you cause your body to suffer. You cause it difficulties. Yours is non-violent yoga, which is extremely easy. As you walk and move along, you continue to remember the Father. You also have to prove what violence is and what non-violence is. Some people perform all of those rituals for good health. They are not able to meet God. They still call that yoga. They speak of yoga ashrams. This then is easy Raj Yoga. It is the yoga that is taught by God. This should be explained very clearly. What would those whose intellect's yoga is caught up in gossiping throughout the day be able to explain to others? Those who have it in their intellects that they want to do service will do it. After doing your business for 8 hours, you should earn this income. That is a physical income, whereas this is a spiritual income. Therefore, you should pay a lot of attention to earning this income. You should practice yoga a great deal. Wake up early in the morning and remember the Father with a lot of love. Even those even those who were placed in the first and second numbers by the Father don't remember him now. They give very good lectures, but they don't stay in remembrance. Souls will fly with remembrance, not with knowledge. It is with remembrance that people go into trance. There is no question of knowledge in that. Trance is something only worth a few pennies. Some very quickly have visions of Sri Krishna. Some children write, Baba, I recognized you. They see Brahma in trance and they also receive inspiration. So they then develop faith. Those who have never seen Baba, those who have never even seen Baba, write that they remember Baba a great deal. I will definitely claim the inheritance from you. You know that I remember you. When she says you, she remembers Shiv Baba. Daughters in bondage remember Baba a great deal. Even those who are in front of Baba don't remember him as much. One thing is remembrance, and then, as Gandhiji used to say, there should be the kingdom of Rama. This is now the kingdom of Ravan. You can explain this. It is only God who can bring about the stage of ascent. Everyone else continues to bring others down. Even deities continue to fall. Although they are in happiness, their degrees continue to decrease. They continue to move like a louse because even the drama continues to move like a louse. Therefore, the stage of ascent is only brought about by the One. A projector is very good to explain with. The number of centers will increase a great deal too. Baba says that you should continue to make slides in all languages. However, there isn't anyone who would do this work. Baba gives you methods, but someone is needed to carry those out so that service can increase a great deal. You children should have a lot of mercy for your brothers and sisters. Baba is also merciful. It is only in Bharat that I come. I don't come in any other place. It is in Bharat that they celebrate the birthday of Shiva. However, they don't know anything about it. For instance, when they celebrate the birthday of Christ, they know his work, but no one knows the task of Shiva. He is the purifier. Bharat is the greatest pilgrimage place. By putting Krishna's name in the Gita, they have made the praise of Bharat, the greatest pilgrimage place, disappear. Look how Muhammad Ghaznavi looted the temple. If he had been aware that that was the temple to his Baba, he wouldn't have looted it. Who would loot the temple of Allah? Who would do that to the one who established heaven? If he knew Shiv Baba, he wouldn't even dare touch the temple. They bow down to Shiva, but if they knew everything about him, brackets Shiv Baba, they wouldn't loot it. All of that happened simply because Krishna's name was put in the Gita. Look what their condition has become because the Gita was falsified. Instead, it should have been Shiva's name, that he alone is the bestower of liberation and salvation. This is the praise of just the one. If he didn't come, how would we become pure? How could we make Bharat into heaven? This is an incognito matter. You know that you were in degradation. You are now sitting here, but you are to go back home. You children should have a lot of happiness that you are establishing a kingdom for yourselves. Therefore, you should show others this path and create subjects. You should make a lot of effort. This is very easy. Simply remember the Father and the inheritance. Remember heaven. This is hell. Baba has also explained to you the meaning of Hamso. Brackets, I am that which I was. I was a deity. I was a warrior. No one else understands these things. You have to explain all the things in the variety form image to show how you become deities. We are now about to go to heaven. Many people ask how much longer it will be. Baba says, you haven't yet become ready to be able to go to heaven. The drama is predestined. While establishment is taking place, the flames of destruction are also gradually increasing. The war of religions is also beginning. Partition didn't exist before. You know that there was at first just the one deity religion. There is the song, now that we have found you, we are claiming our kingdom of heaven with the power of yoga. No one can claim it with physical power. Those people have physical power. If Russia and America were to unite, they could take over the whole kingdom. However, that does not happen. When it is the kingdom of deities, there are no Christians or Buddhists there. The deity religion is now being established. Bharat is an imperishable land. The Father has come here. It is in the drama that you receive the kingdom with the power of yoga. This ancient yoga of Bharat is well known, but people don't know who taught yoga or how it was taught. Krishna did not teach yoga. Only the Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul, teaches you yoga now. This is something so slippery that it slips out of your intellects. Some know this and yet leave it. That is why the Father says, if you want to see sensible ones, see them here. Sensible ones claim their inheritance. Senseless ones leave it. They lose the inheritance of heaven. If you want to see the greatest fools and the greatest sensible ones, see them here. They will also go to heaven, but they will become part of the subjects. You know how the sun and moon dynasty subjects are created. It is here that you take the father's lap. There is no question of a lap in the incorporeal world. When a child is born, he is placed in the lap of a guru. They believe that if the child does not go into the lap of a guru, he will into degradation. They even make young children adopt gurus. There is no salvation without a guru. This is what gurus have told people. You never know when you will leave your body. There, they take birth and then go to a guru. Here, all three are combined. It is not written in any of the scriptures that the lap of the father, teacher, and guru is one and the same. The father asks, "Does Shiv Baba have father?" You say yes. When we make Shiv Baba our child. Okay, does Shiv Baba have a teacher? Does he have a guru? No, he simply has a mother and father. This is a very deep account. The father surrenders himself to the children, and the children surrender themselves to the father. In the world, a child does not surrender himself to his parents. It is the father who does this. Therefore, it has to be understood that the Supreme Soul is the Father, Teacher, and Sadguru, and that you receive the inheritance from him. Acha, to the sweetest beloved, long lost, and now found children, love, remembrance, and good morning from the Mother, the Father, Bab Dada. The spiritual father says Namaste to the spiritual children. Dharana. First, become a spinner of the discus of self-realization. Maintain the intoxication that we Brahmins are the top knot and that we belong to God's community. Second, use your time in a worthwhile way in having remembrance of the Father. Stay busy in doing spiritual service. Surrender yourself fully to the Father. Blessing. May you be a true tapasvi and sit your mind and intellect on the seat of a constant and stable stage. Tapasvis always sit on seats. They always do tapasya while seated on special seats. The seats of you tapasvi children are a constant and stable stage, the angelic stage. Do tapasya while seated on the seat of these elevated stages. Just as your body sits on a physical seat, in the same way, keep your mind and intellect sitting on the seat of an elevated stage. Be seated on that seat whenever you want for as long as you want. Those who sit on the seat of an elevated stage at this time receive the throne of the kingdom in the future. Slogan: to harmonize your ideas with the ideas of others and to give respect to everyone is the way to be worthy of receiving respect. To harmonize your ideas with the ideas of others and to give respect to everyone is the way to be worthy of receiving respect. Acha, Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Om Shanti.